Oh, darling, the world is a whirlwind, isn't it? It's like we're caught in a never-ending storm of activity and noise. Everywhere we look, there's something vying for our attention, something pulling us in a million different directions. It's like a huge party for our senses. The colors, the sounds, the energy, it's all so intoxicating. But sometimes it feels like we're drowning in it all, doesn't it? Every day we're hit with so much noise, so many pictures, and tons of information. It's like we're living in a constant state of sensory overload. Our brains are always working overtime to process everything. It's exciting, yes, but also really tiring. We end up feeling drained, like we've run a marathon without ever leaving our desks. The constant barrage of stimuli can be overwhelming. Our phones buzz all the time. Notifications, messages, alerts, they never stop. It's like our devices have taken over our lives, demanding our attention every second of the day. Emails pile up like crazy, each one a little reminder of something we need to do, someone we need to respond to. It's like we're always playing catch-up, never quite getting ahead. Social media wants us to look at all the likes and comments. It's designed to keep us hooked, to make us crave that next hit of validation. But in the end, it just leaves us feeling empty. It's all very interesting, but it can make us feel scattered, like we can't focus, and a bit like we've run into a glass door. We lose track of what's important, of what really matters. We jump from one thing to the next, and our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. It's like we're training ourselves to be distracted, to never fully engage with anything. Remember when we could watch a whole movie without looking at our phones? When we could get lost in a story, completely absorbed in the moment? It feels like a distant memory, or read a good book for hours. Just us and the words on the page, with nothing to pull us away. Those moments of deep focus and immersion are so rare now. Now even a quiet moment feels like something we don't have time for. We're always rushing, always on the go, always connected. It's like we've forgotten how to just be still. But darling, we have to fight back. We have to reclaim our time, our focus, our peace of mind. It's not easy, but it's so important. We have to take back our time, our attention, and our peace of mind. We need to set boundaries to create spaces where we can disconnect and recharge. We have to learn how to deal with all these distractions in a smart way, planning our time, prioritizing our tasks, and making sure we have moments of quiet and reflection. Because as my good friend Rick Warren says, giving someone your time is the best gift. It's about being present, truly present with the people we care about. When you give your time, you're giving a part of your life that you'll never get back. It's a precious gift, one that we should cherish and protect. And isn't that the truth? In this world of distractions, let's remember to hold on to what truly matters. Our time, our focus, our connections. These are the things that make life meaningful. Distractions, my dears, are like thieves. They sneak into our lives quietly, often unnoticed, and before we know it, they've taken something precious from us. They steal our precious time, which is really valuable, and we don't have a lot of it. Every second that slips away is a moment we can never get back, a chance lost forever. They trick us with promises of fun, of connecting with people, of knowing what's going on. We think we're gaining something, but in reality, we're losing more than we realize. But they really just want to keep us from the important things, doing good work, having strong relationships, and even spending time with God. These are the moments that truly matter, the ones that build a meaningful life. You see, distractions love that we want things right away. They thrive on our impatience, our desire for instant gratification. They tell us, check your phone again, you might have a message. And we do, over and over, hoping for something new, something exciting, or just one more show, then you can get back to work. But one show turns into 2, then 3, and suddenly hours have passed. They make us afraid of missing out, of not being entertained all the time. We feel the pressure to always be in the know, to always be doing something. But when it's quiet, when our phones are off and there are no more buzzing noises, we feel a bit empty. It's in these moments of silence that we start to see the truth. We realize we've traded real friendships for quick online chats, important work for scrolling on our phones, and peaceful moments for always being busy. It's a sobering thought, but also a chance to change, to reclaim our time and focus on what truly matters. Ephesians May 15th, 16. So, prioritize wisely and live your life to the fullest. Section 5. Guarding your focus. Now, my dears, even if we try our best, distractions will still pop up. But don't worry, there are ways to protect our focus and stay on track. We just need to be disciplined, darling. Start by making a space where there are no distractions. This might mean turning off your phone, turning off notifications, or finding a quiet place to work where no one will bother you. Remember, darling, you're in charge. Next, break big tasks into smaller ones. This will make them seem easier and help you stay motivated. And don't be afraid to take breaks. Stopping your work for a few minutes can actually help you work better and be more creative. Section 6. Seeking divine strength. Now, my dears, I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, Joanna. And you're right, of course. Beating distractions is hard. It takes effort, discipline, and a lot of help from God. That's right, darlings. We don't have to do it alone. We can ask God for strength and wisdom to help us stay focused. Prayer, my dears, is powerful. It's like talking directly to God. When distractions are too much, take a moment to stop, breathe, and connect with God. Ask for help, for strength, for the ability to focus on what's important. And trust, my dears, that you'll get the help you need. Section 7. The first step to freedom. The first step to being free from distractions, my dears, is knowing what they are. We need to know what distracts us and how it affects us. Are we always looking at our phones? Do we stop what we're doing every time we get a notification? Once we know what distracts us, we can start to make small changes. Maybe it's setting times to check email and social media, or using apps that block distracting websites. It could be as simple as putting our phones on silent while we're working, or spending time with loved ones. Remember, darlings, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small changes that make our lives better and help us focus. Section 8. A life less distracted. Imagine, my dears, a life with fewer distractions, a life where you're really there in each moment, focused on what you're doing and connected to the people around you. This is the life waiting for you. It's a life where you have the time and energy to do what you love, spend time with people you care about, and make a difference in the world. It's a life where you're not controlled by things you have to do right away, but instead you're in charge of your own time and attention. This, my dears, is the life that God wants for us. A life with purpose, meaning, and deep joy. And live a life with fewer distractions.